Thanks for allowing me back to speak. As you weigh options around fluoride, please consider this. As you know, the first priority is to protect the lives of the citizens. Respectfully, doing nothing certainly would seem to be negligent based upon what we have learned today and what we've shared in the past few weeks. Councilor Christman, please know that the debate on fluoride has been going on for decades. If you are unaware, that does not mean the debate has not been raging. It has. You said we are not health experts, I believe. And that's precisely correct. Adding fluoride is playing doctor and against Florida law. And because you are not health experts, we must pause fluoride today. Councilor Christman, you also referenced Naples City residents and their awareness and their objection. And again, I can tell you this debate has been raging for decades. But also I want to remind you that Naples City water is also flowing into unincorporated Collier County, which presents the city with another liability. As I stated, the county commissioners removed fluoride with a unanimous vote in February of this year. It would seem to me that Naples is in an unnecessary, completely avoidable position of liability, not to mention the effects on the citizens and children, right? But a position of liability when you know you must act. A pause in fluoride here and now is the only logical answer. We know countless other cities and counties across the country are swiftly taking action based upon this federal judge's decision. Removal of fluoride will fall like dominoes in cities and counties around America. With each city that removes the toxin, when Naples does not act, the potential liability grows exponentially. Now, we all know that Naples was voted U.S. News best city to live, and certainly a lot of that has to do with our sheriff, our police, our city councilors. This helps to preserve that position, lead the way. It's coming like a freight train. The optics look much better for the city when a proactive, prudent move geared toward protecting citizens. It is prudent to exercise with an abundance of caution. Okay? Now remember the due diligence that was conducted by the Naples City Council and the swift action put in place around the various mandates during COVID, right? Mask mandates, for example. Comparatively speaking, the recent federal judge's ruling, due diligence unfolded over 7 years. Pros and cons from all sides were weighed extensively. I repeat, 7 years of due diligence, far more than the diligence completed for the COVID policies. So again, in closing, please do what's right. Pause this. You can have future debate. Operate with an abundance of caution. Pause this today. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Dr. Schroeder.
Dr. Richard Schroeder, retired physician and healthcare executive. To underscore, Judge Chen of the U.S. District Court of Northern California in San Francisco just ruled that the EPA must address water fluoridation based on the National Toxicology Program's study showing IQ reduction in children exposed to fluoridated drinking water. So that's a done deal. The material I'm now presenting today comes from the depositions and investigations leading up to that trial, and was detailed by Michael Connett, the plaintiff's attorney, and Mary Holland, Chief Attorney for Children's Health Defense. Food and Water Watch, Fluoride Action Network, Moms Against Fluoridation, and other advocacy groups and individuals are the ones that sued the EPA under the Toxic Substances Control Act in an effort to force the agency to prohibit water fluoridation in the U.S. due to fluoride's toxic effect on children's developing brains. And as you can see, the judge agreed with that. According to Michael Connett, the lead attorney for the plaintiffs, fluoride should be banned from drinking water, and the U.S. government must warn people, especially pregnant mothers, about the serious health risks of drinking fluoridated water. Fluoridation violates informed consent, he alleged. This lawsuit was brought under the Toxic Substances Control Act, which regulates the legal levels of human exposure to toxic substances like lead. The EPA has the authority under the Toxic Substances Control Act to ban fluoridation, which it now must consider doing. It must consider doing this, according to the judge's order. So currently, the choice of whether to fluoridate water rests at, whether or not to fluoridate rests at the state and local levels. But if the EPA bans the practice, no municipality, even if it wants to, can fluoridate its water, because EPA would be the highest authority on that issue. It's illegal for the federal government to add medicine to water since the Safe Drinking Water Act, a federal statute enforced by the EPA, specifically prohibits the EPA from requiring the addition of medicine to the water supply. I ask you, how is it that the EPA can't do it, that is, add medicine to the water supply, but somehow local health boards and officials can do it? I'll leave you with that question. Thank you.
Thank you. I have one more public speaker. Just want to make sure I have everybody, and that is Joel Bohemer. I'm sorry.
I've been called worse, thank you. Thanks for hearing me again. Can we start? Yes. Earlier, Mrs. Penniman, I think it was maybe 6 hours ago, you said that, we had to deal with...
Could you just state your record?
Oh, my name is Dr. Joël Bohemier. I'm a resident of the city of Naples. I'm a local practitioner. You said we have to prioritize, for the city council, of course. And, it kind of blows my mind that I hear Mr. Chrisman say that we can delay this. We're talking about brain damage to our children. Like, if we ask the parents, a mom and dad in Naples, would you like to give your child fluoridated water that we know will lower their IQ by 5 to 10 points? What do you think the answer is going to be? It is that obvious. And when I showed the experts earlier from the EPA, the CDC, all the experts in that case on both sides agreed, 100% of them, that fluoride is a neurotoxicant. They all know that it causes brain damage. The arguments were about at what level. And the level that the EPA recommends as safe was deemed to cause brain damage. That was the revelation in this 7-year study. So can you please help me understand a rationale for delaying taking fluoride out of the water, knowing that it's causing brain damage to our children? I'm asking a question.
Oh, we don't correspond, but you can complete your comments.
Oh, okay. The last thing I'm going to say is, this morning we started with this pastor, this wonderful lady who prayed for us. And she prayed for you guys specifically, and the irony was not lost on me that she prayed for you guys to protect the children. And she had no idea that we were presenting about fluoride causing brain damage in children today. And that irony is not lost on me. So please do the right thing and stop water fluoridation. This is a must. Thank you.
Thank you.